my friend Jack Posobiec is apparently on a Ukraine hit list. You know Jack? Conservative journalist, speaker. You've seen him. He and I have done events together and been on each other's shows. And anyway, Ukraine apparently wants to murder Jack. That's not good. How did I find this out? Well, because there's this website that lists enemies of Ukraine, and it's supposedly an unofficial website, but it looks a little bit sort of affiliated with the country. What Jack said here is, after the collapse of his counteroffensive, Zelensky's biggest threat is not me, it's his own intelligence services. Hope you don't get put on the CIA's early retirement plan, Vlad. Drop the receipts on the Bidens and we'll get you a nice McMansion in Sarasota. So Jack's on this list. List includes Tulsi Gabbard, Prime Minister Viktor Orban, Roger Waters from Pink Floyd, because he's spoken out against Ukraine. I'm pleased to see I'm not on the list, even though I did this long thread about the Ukraine military spokesman who's an American dude who dresses up like a chick. I'm, at least as far as I can tell, I'm not on this list. The organization that puts out the list is called Mirotvorets, which ironically translates to peacemaker. And they say it's separate from the government, but I don't really buy it because it was founded in 2014 by a former Ukraine government minister, George Tuka. It's reported to be run by a former member of Ukraine's state intelligence under an alias, Roman Zaitsev. And according to the Times of London, the list has been used by government officials at checkpoints in Ukraine, in addition to official government databases. So when that psycho spokesman for the Ukraine military, the American, when he said that he didn't really threaten any journalists, that's a lie. First of all, it's a lie because we saw the video where he said any Russian propagandists were hunting you down. But now we see the list. And the list includes not only journalists, but American journalists. Not only American journalists, but Jack Posobiec. Sure looks like that was the case. And sure looks like it undercuts the liberals' argument that they're the great defenders of journalism. No, they're not. And the argument that journalism, that's the fourth estate, the people who speak truth to power. It's not that either. Political forces have spokesmen. Political forces have people who articulate and communicate those views. And the liberals view their opposing journalists as enemies here and abroad. And they view their journalists as not the speakers of truth to power. They view them as propagandists, which is often what they are. Right now, go to balanceofnature.com. Use promo code Knowles. Living a healthy lifestyle is not easy, especially when you're always on the go. You need simple, manageable routines to make sure you're getting the proper nutrition every day, which is why I'm a fan of Balance of Nature. Balance of Nature fruits and veggies are a great way to make sure you're getting essential nutrition every day. Their capsules are packed with 100% whole food that you can take at any time. Balance of Nature uses a cold vacuum process that preserves the natural phytonutrients in whole fruits and vegetables and encapsulates them for easy consumption. Balance of Nature sent a bunch of their products down to the studio for our team to try. We all love them. Make fruits and veggies a part of your daily diet. Your body will thank you. Go to balanceofnature.com. Use promo code Knowles, K-N-W-L-E-S, for 35% off your first order as a preferred customer. That is balanceofnature.com. Promo code Knowles for 35% off your first order. My only recommendation is when you receive it, don't receive it at the Daily Wire office where these jackals of producers and assistants come and steal them all. Head on over right now, balanceofnature.com. Promo code Knowles. One story I got to get to. This is the creepiest story I've seen in a long time. A teenage girl found an iPhone in an airplane bathroom, and it was an iPhone underneath the seat or behind the seat to basically catch her naked. And this was after a male flight attendant on, I think it was American Airlines, told her, hey, come up to use the bathroom in the first class cabin. And then he was in there first. Then she goes in, uses the bathroom. Then she sees him go back in there, presumably to take this iPhone. The family is extremely disturbed, as well they should be. My thought on this is, I hope the family sues. I hope this guy goes. The guy ended up getting arrested, apparently, once the plane landed. But my main thought on this, other than just revulsion and disgust, is how many things had to go wrong in this guy's life? How many bad turns did this guy have to take to get to the point where he was planting a camera in an airplane bathroom for a 14-year-old girl to film her in states of undress, in kind of disgusting states of undress too, because you're in a bathroom. How perverted do you have to be? And then it reminded me of one of the great Norm Macdonald bits about Bill Cosby and hypocrisy.
As my buddy says, the worst part about Cosby was he was a hypocrite. And I said, I don't think that was the worst part. To me, the worst part was the raping. Way up high. And then the second would be the drugging. And then the third would be the scheming. But anyways, hypocrisy would be way down the line, you know, like on the fourth page or some.
Yes, that as usual, Norm is right. And the libs will say, well, the worst crime is hypocrisy. That's the worst crime. That's why the liberals will jump with joy and applaud and be so happy about depraved sexual acts taking place at pride parades. That's why they'll be so thrilled and happy about Drag Queen Story Hour inviting to go talk to 5-year-olds. They'll say it's wonderful, it's expressive, it's great. But then Lauren Boebert gets caught on a hidden camera in a dark theater doing things that are untoward, and they'll try to throw the book at her. Because what they say is, no, it's not what she did, it's the hypocrisy. That's the worst part. Which, by the way, they confuse hypocrisy with just having standards and failing to live up to them, which is called sinning, which is called being human. But yeah, hypocrisy is bad. Failing to have a standard is bad. Being an active hypocrite and pretending to have a standard and then intentionally undermining that's worse. That's true. But like, what about the scheming? You know, that to me, that's the darkest part of this story. Like, no, the darkest part is that this 14-year-old girl was traumatized in an airplane bathroom. That's the worst part. But the most unsettling part of it is all the scheming. Think about how much this guy sat at home scheming and thinking and entertaining bizarre thoughts in his head. And you know this guy is completely addicted to porn. And I bet this guy's looking at pretty creepy porn if he's doing this to a 14-year-old girl. And just his entire life must be just filled, like a room filled with just poison gas, with just all of this hideous stuff. And all of which is to say, it's a reminder to get off that path early because it can get really, really bad. To get off that path early. This is the wisdom, the traditional Christian wisdom of avoiding the near occasion of sin. Because one moment you're entertaining weird thoughts, the next moment, maybe you're looking at bad stuff, whatever. And then the next moment you find yourself as an airplane steward doing really creepy stuff at 30,000 feet. Boy, what a great clip that was. Now, make sure that you ring the bell. Subscribe to the Michael Knowles Show podcast. See you next time.